Hey guys, this is Q Renee here with another video. Like, comment, subscribe. More videos are coming your way. Yes, I'm in my bed. Yes, I'm wearing my nightgown. Yes, I'm comfortable. If you hear anything in the background, that's my AC going because it's hot up here. I'm here to talk about what happened with George Floyd. I feel bad. I really do, because, you know, they say police officers are supposed to protect us, everybody, not just, you know, kill us in a sense. But I feel like everybody has to come together, black, white, Spanish, you know, everybody has to come together, because at the end of the day, it's like, how much more can you take? Because if it wasn't filmed, they would have still did what they did and walked away like, oh yeah, it's okay. And it's not okay. You know, I'm nervous, you know what I mean? I know I don't have it as bad in this state where I am, but there are places in other states and other places that where people are getting killed for the color of their skin. And I thought back in the day when, you know, there are so many movies about slavery that, you know, people want to make sure that we're aware and, you know, we know what's going on from what happened back in the day. It is still occurring now. And it's like, it gets worse, you know? I feel like, no lie, the president does have something to do with it, but it's like the rioting, I feel like that's not the way to protest. I feel like the right way to protest is by standing up for yourselves and talking. But I understand, I get it. People are tired. People are exhausted. People are, you know, like, in other states, like, people, like, police officers feel like they could just walk into your home. Like, what happened to having a warrant? What happened to having these things? Will you just walk into someone's home? Or if, like, I watch a lot of videos where, you know, where black men or black women live in their homes and they just come and invade it and don't even have the right and proper protocol. They just don't even check the day before to see if the person they're looking for is already in custody. Like, it's crazy. Like, I'm so scared in the sense of, like, are the police officers going to help me? Because they really didn't help me when I went through what I went through. You know what I mean? When I went through the whole sexual assault case back in the day, they were just like throwing it under the rug. And I feel like, and I didn't know my rights when they called me and said, oh, it's 5 years since it occurred, and so now we want to know if you want to close your case or if you want to keep it open. And I'm thinking, I don't know what I want to do. I don't know my rights. You know what I mean? They weren't very helpful, you know. And I think, like, it's sorry to say that it's based on race, because I bet you any money if it was another female, they'd be talking to her, you know, a white female, if they'd be talking to her like, honey, you know, Mrs. blah blah blah, you know, you can keep your case open. I think you should keep it open. I don't think you should close it just in case. You know, like, I think they would have talked to her a little differently how they talked to me, where they're like, yeah, you should close it, you know, you know. And I feel like it was a male calling me, not a female, so it just made everything worse. So I feel like with this, even though two has nothing to do with one, but I'm just explaining to you how I feel as what I went through and how they handle it for me. But what I feel like, this world is we're never gonna mend together, because there's always gonna be someone that hates another race. We all bleed the same blood, you know what I mean? Once it hits air, it turns red. But we all bleed the same blood. We all have the same parts. We all have that. Like, what's the problem? We all have two eyeballs. We all have one nose. I saw we had two noses. Don't mind me. One mouth. We all have the same pieces. What is the problem? Why you hate us so much? What did we do to you that you hate us so much? I did nothing. I am my mother's child. I am God's child. We all came from God. Why are you doing this? And I'm not really a religious person. I am more like a spiritual person, but from what it's weighing on my mind and how much I'm seeing online and how much it's hurting the economy and how it's hurting people. People are losing their lives every day. If it's not filmed, you will never know. And it's sad that it's occurring. We have to stand together and not fake it. Like, oh yeah, I'm gonna stand with her, but not really stand with her. Like, what do y'all need to really, we have to come together and protest and march and, you know, do the right thing and talk and, you know, use our words and not our actions, because our actions are showing that it's not working. You know, we're gonna be labeled thugs, and we're not thugs. And it's like everyone has to come together. And I'm sad that it happened, you know. But it's just, I can't believe it. And the thing about it is, I keep watching the video. Now I want to watch it over and over again. But I'm like, okay, I've seen videos before. So if you've already cuffed the man and he's already on the ground, it takes 3 of you to pick him back up and put him in the car. Why didn't you just do that? And then administer aid. Why didn't you just do that? Why did you have to just kneel on his neck? What is that going to help? Except this man losing his life. At the end of the day, it's like, why is it okay? It's not okay. It's not okay. But people feel like it's okay, because if you could say I can breathe, that means you can breathe. No, he's telling you that he has a little bit of short. I'm an asthmatic. And if I'm telling you in the little gulps of air that I have left, saying I can't breathe, that means I can't breathe, period. And he's telling that officer many a times that he can't breathe, and they still have the nerve to have his knee on. I think I got more mad is when I was a little bit more angrier, is when I saw the paramedics with the stretcher, and he still had the nerve to have his knee on him, even though the paramedics was already there. And I feel like that is so disrespectful. So you're gonna knee him? He's already gone. And why? How is that helping anything? That's not helping anything. These people are coming to help him, and you still had your knee in you still had your knee in his neck. He's already cuffed. 3 of you had your knees on him. And all you had to do was put him in the back of the car, give him some water, and call it a day. But no. I've just never seen nothing like that before, besides the other things I've seen online. And that's just so sad. We have to wake up. We have to wake up, and we have to let it be known. We're not taking this anymore. You know, I go into stores. When I used to go into stores, now they're on a pandemic, don't really go anywhere. But when I do go to certain stores, I get looked at. Because I'm a black female, and yes, people are going to look at me like, oh yeah, is she going to steal something? Is she going to take something? Girl, I got money too. Like, I don't understand why it's okay for another race to go to the store and them to be able to go in and do whatever they want. Whereas if I go in the store, it's a little different. Then they want to talk about how black people kill other black people. But hey, that's a whole nother story for a whole nother time. I can't really say anything about that. All I can really say is that if somebody hurt somebody in their family, they're going to go after the person that did it. It's just usually sometimes how I feel like that's what occurs. If it's something that someone snitched or somebody did something of that nature, that's usually what occurs. But sometimes people go out for the selfish reasons. I don't know. Another story for another day. I'm talking about color. I'm talking about what's going on in the world. People are so fast to like say all these things about people, and I like black people because we've been around for so long. We've gone through so many things. Our ancestors have gone through so much to bring us here, and all you could do is kill us off for what? But you want our vote though, but you want to kill us off. And I feel like that is not right. That's not right. Some people are not even allowed to vote. Like, it's crazy. And maybe I'm rambling, but I'm pained. I'm hurt. I'm just disappointed. You come here, you wear your badge, your shield of honor. You say, oh yes, I'm here to protect the city of Minneapolis or Texas or Florida, wherever you're from. But are you doing it for you? Are you doing it for a motive? Are you here to hurt other people, other races? Or are you here to help everybody? Are you here to help someone that needs you? Or are you here to just kill everybody off? Because honestly, that's how I feel. I feel like sometimes people hide behind the badge. You hide behind a badge, a shield that's supposed to help and protect and support other people and help the community. But deep down inside, are we supposed to be scared of you because you have a badge and a gun? Or are we supposed to be like, okay, he's going to help us, he's going to protect us? Because there are other police officers that are not like that. They want to help, they want to be supportive, they want to be there for you. But then there are some that just outweigh the good, and that's sad. Like, honestly, at the end of the day, this is a service announcement for everybody. We got to wake up, and we got to come together, and we got to fight. Fight in the right way, protest in the right way. Because honestly, right now, enough is enough. Like, enough is enough. We need to take our lives back as us being a black people, because African American people, at the end of the day, it's just like, I just can't believe it. This man was murdered in broad daylight, and he wasn't even doing anything wrong. Everywhere I go, not even go anywhere, but every time I watch a video, that's all I hear about. I hope these people get their lives right. I understand they gotta follow protocol, but like, it's not black and white. But it is now, because you can see how things are different. We go to jail for longer periods of time compared to someone that has killed 9 to 20 people. You know what I mean? Like, there's different types of, sentencings, and I feel like that's not fair. I just feel like, why can't it have a system that is equal? Equal is fine. I don't understand. I just don't get it. But we as people have to come together. We have to come together as a whole. It can't just be black people. It has to be everybody. If you feel you see something that you don't like, you videotape it. Every time you see something that has to do with a police officer, videotape it, document it, put it on Facebook, put it everywhere you can put it. Because at the end of the day, we need everybody to come together. We need to get all the bad people out. Because honestly, at the end of the day, they gotta go. Maybe there's an island you can send them to. They all can just sit there and be as one. They can make their own little home. Because then at the end of the day, police officers, anybody that just not feeling like they want to see color, they all need to go in their own little island and be like, bye. Because at the end of the day, it's just not an island that's not been claimed. They can buy it and bye. See you later. I can't. I had an event real quick, guys. I'm sorry. This is a service announcement that I just had to be said. Like, comment, subscribe. More videos are coming. Hopefully tomorrow or maybe Sunday I'll do a video that talks about maybe something else. But today I had to get this out. Like, I'm just so aggravated. It's so sad. I try to watch something else, but I can't. Like, I'm just, I'm mad. I'm heated. And I think everybody should be mad about it. They should be highly mad. Highly. But this is Cute Renee, and I'm out. Peace.